Hello viewers, my name is Temilolu Adeleke, and today on another episode of Youth in Government. We will have the opportunity to meet and interact with one of the youths in power. He is also a presidential aspirant. Let's get right into it. Good day, sir. Can we meet you, sir?
Yes. My name is Fadri Oluwadare Joseph. A lot of people call me Fabejo or King Fabejo. I'm a Nigerian first to start with. Then we're talking about where I come from. I hail from Ikpetu Idesha, area of Oriade local government in Osun State. So I'm a Nigerian by blood, by everything.
Okay, sir. Please, can we know more about your educational background? What school did you attend?
Yes, my educational background. My primary school and secondary school were all in Ikpetu Idesha. After then, I gained admission to Yabatech in Lagos, where I actually studied business administration for just 1 or 2 semesters. Then got admission into Ambusali University. It was then Edo State University, where I read sociology. Right from my 200 level, I was my departmental president. And when I got to 300 level, I realized that the biggest faculty in Ekpoma, which was Faculty of Social Sciences, had no faculty association. And then, without thinking of anything, used my resources, my money, to start a faculty association. So I was the founding president of SOSAM, as it's called in Edo State. I don't know, maybe even people who are there today knew the people that started, but that was how I started my career, as in having to affect life in society. Then I graduated and relocated to the United States, where I came in to study nursing. So right now in the US, I'm a licensed nurse. And aside from that, also is that I'm an entrepreneur. I run a mega organization called F Planet Group, consisting of F Planet Healthcare, F Planet Foundation, F Planet Movie, F Planet Music, and of course, F Planet Cryptocurrency called Fadojo Coin. So I've been up and doing, and I've been pretty much busy.
Oh wow. Okay, sir. So, sir, are you a politician?
That question, it's not a question I like to answer straight, because when you say politician, you don't mean good people. Because when people see you as politician, they see you as a liar. They see you as someone who dupes other people. They see you as people that has no heart. But I'm a man who just wants to be called a leader in my nation. I want to be, if possible, the Jesus of my generation, the Muhammad of my generation, a David in the midst of Goliath, the Joseph that want to rescue a nation that has everything but lack everything, a country that was once a republic but now a jungle. So I want us to return back to that republic that we once had, called Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Okay, sir. Good. So, sir, I would like to know what motivates you into joining politics. So, sir, do you have a mentor? If yes, who is he? I mean, in politics.
Yes, I do have a mentor. But my mentors are not the ones we have in Nigeria today. If I want to look back to mentors that I could call mentors in Nigeria, maybe they will be Obafemi Awolowo, Tafawa Balewa, and Nnamdi Azikiwe. The people that came together in their 30s. These guys were 34, 35, 36. When they came together as a Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, without tribalism, ethnicity, they came together to fight for independence for Nigeria. The ones that we are messing around with today, the ones that we are, destroying today. They didn't do it because they wanted something out of it, but they wanted a nation where its people can be free. So those were my mentors in terms of leadership or in politics in Nigeria. And when you look at outside Nigeria, you look into people like Barack Obama, Martin Luther King, even Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine. Young people, or Ibrahim Traore, of course, a young man that just started Cote d'Ivoire. So people like that who are affecting their nation positively every day will always be mentor for me. People that are affecting their generation positively.
Okay, sir. So you contested for presidency seat in 2023. All of a sudden, you disappeared. What happened?
Yes, in 2023, I contested for presidency under Labour Party. How did it start? It started in 2022 when I realized that our country was in a mess. And I wanted to be a voice, be a generation, be a leader to rescue that nation. And I left the United States with all my money without no godfather. I came to Nigeria to start the movement called Rescue Movement. And later on, because of the greed that we have in politics, members and leaders of the party of Labour Party decided to yield the ticket to Mr. Peter Obi at the end of the day. But even at that, I still did not give up on my country. Rescue Movement is what changed to obedient movement that we have in the world today. So it was something that started from a rescue movement. It wasn't something that I just got in and fiddled away. It was politics, it was rigging, it was greed from the part of our political leaders that got me into giving a ticket to Mr. Peter Obi then in 2023. But in 2027, it will be a different ball game entirely.
Okay, sir. Are you willing to contest again? And if so, under which party?
Yes. In 2027, I will be contesting and running for the highest office in our country again, which is the office of the president. This time around, I will not be stepping for anybody. This time around, I will not be giving a ticket to anybody because younger people in our country are not getting involved in politics. And look at where we are today, because we left our country in the hands of the least in our society, the most brilliant, the most educated. We are always out there on TV speaking big English or traveling abroad, and we left our country in the hands of those who are not supposed to run it. But look at what we have today: poverty in the country, insecurity in the country, educational destruction in our country, our currency collapsed, everything, corruption are the highest peak that we can talk about. So if some of us are not going to get involved, then nothing is going to change. It may look impossible, but don't forget that the word impossible is two words, and possible. So it's possible, not impossible. I know it looks like a mountain that's unsurmountable, but if God be for us, who can be against us? So with God on our side and with the people of Nigeria, because the next election is going to be about the people of Nigeria, 200 million people. In this country, only 10% of the people are enjoying the resources, the human resources, the natural resources of this country. The people that are running our country, they are not up to 200,000 or the 200 million. So what happened to 200 million Nigerians who are suffering? So this election will be about the people and the politicians. The 200 million people and the 200,000 politicians who have been running our country for over 2-3 decades now.
All right. Sir, why do you want to contest again, knowing fully well that the ruling party might defeat you?
I do not believe in the fact that the ruling party is hard to defeat. What is the ruling party? APC? So the people of Nigeria will have to decide. 200 million Nigerians will have to decide whether the APC party that has taken fuel price from 250 to 900 is the one that we are not going to defeat, or whether an APC who took $1 at 400 naira to 1,005 that we're not going to defeat, or an APC that turned our nation upside down, an APC that is telling Nigeria to go and persevere, that country will be better, and they're daily lavishing our money. The APC, where its presidency is traveling abroad 7 times in 2 years. Maybe that's the country we want to have, where we don't even have a hospital. A APC that could not build a hospital for our president to take medical treatment, but our presidency are dying in London. So if that is the APC that we have, the 200 million Nigerians will have to decide whether they want that APC or they want something new. For over 50 years in our country, the same set of people have been running our country. It is time for a change. Not as a change from one to the other, not a change from Tinubu to Atiku, the same old politician, but a generational shift of power from these old leaders to we, the younger generation. 30, 40 years ago, I was called leaders of tomorrow. And my tomorrow is almost going. When are we going to be leaders of tomorrow? So I'm calling on all Nigerian youths. Nigeria, if you are a Nigerian 55 years below, you are supposed to be a youth that's supposed to be in power. But they let you go. They tell you, oh, you are too young. How old was Muhammadu Buhari when he was head of state? He was 29. He had no money. He had nothing, but he determined he wanted to run a country. How old was Gowon when he was head of state? How old was President Muhammadu Buhari, Babangida, and all of them? How old was Barack Obama when he was American president? He was just 44 years old. So how can someone like me, almost 50 or above years old, can't run a nation like Nigeria? So it is time for us to change everything in our country. These politicians have destroyed our nation. Let's try something new. And that something new is the people versus the politician. The people. So APC, PDP, ADC, no matter what color they want to call themselves, this election in 2027 will be about the people of Nigeria, the suffering Nigerians, the suffering youth, the women that we use and dumb, the market women that we use and dumb, the oncoming generation of youth who does not even know if there's any hope in the future. Those are the ones that will decide 2027 election. And yes, we can. We will defeat the indefeatable. We will defeat, that APC. And we will defeat every other alliances, every other coalition that are not Nigerian coalition. Nigerian people are the one that will decide 2027. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Can you give us an insight on what your plans are if you eventually become the president?
Oh, that's a very good question. If I become president, what will I do differently? Because that's the question that we need to ask ourselves. And that is the question that these politicians never ask themselves. They want to defeat Tinubu, but what will they do differently? I'll tell you what I'm going to do differently. I have traveled all across to over 26 countries just to see how things are done in those countries. What is different that we're not doing? Because we have everything. We have the most experts in our nation. But this is what we are not doing. We're doing differently. This is what we're not doing. We're not following the way of how God laid the world. When God laid the world, the first thing he did was to create light. After light, it was easier for God to create human beings, to create animals, to create flowers, to create gardens, to make everything new and beautiful. So any nation that must succeed must first create light, electricity. So until we get to a point where we create light in our nation, not just talking about it, but the first 1 year in office, making sure Nigeria is 24-hour powered country. When we do that, we cut our problem in half. When we do that, when there is 24-hour power supply, we will take 150 million people out of electricity or out of fuel, who are buying fuel every day. We will take the churches, the mosques, the schools, everyone, the hotels, everyone that is buying fuel. We will take them out of fuel. First and foremost, Nigerians will be productive again. Second is that every companies that left our nation will come back. The ones that went to Ghana, the ones that went to South Africa, they will come back to our country. We'll start creating jobs again. So when we fix light, then we'll open the country to blossom again. It was once a country that was booming, now a country that is dooming. We will change it. Nigeria was once a great nation, and that greatness will bring it back in 2027. So the first thing first is to fix the light. When we fix light, then the ripple effect will affect every other thing we're doing. Then I'm going to put expatriates in every ministry. I'm not going to appoint people based on my friend, my family, my brothers, but the best of Nigeria will run Nigeria. And finally, there will be law and order in our country. Any nation where there is no law and order cannot work. It's only in our country where people steal and nothing happens. There will be law and there will be punishment for those who are going to be stealing in our nation. Until we get to a point where there is law and punishment, law and order, we're not going to run a country. But look at our country. So many billions are being stolen every day and nothing is happening. Nobody is punished, nobody is jailed, nothing happened about it. Except if you have a problem with the government, they come after you. But no, we're going to run a country of law and order, rewards and punishment, and many other things we're going to do. Go to www.fadojo.com.ng to see all the plans that we have there to do and many more. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So, sir, one last thing, just a quick advice for the youth, sir. The youth that believes that politics is only for the old ones.
This is my advice for every Nigerian youth out there. The reason why our country is what it is today is because we left it in the hands of the old people, because we think they are the ones that are supposed to be in politics. But that is a lie. That is what they make us feel over the years, that it's only the old people that are supposed to be in politics. But instead, the younger generations are the ones that are supposed to be in politics. Youth of Nigeria, I ask you, and I put this before you, if these old people become leaders, policies and the law they make, who do they make it for? For themselves? No, for you. So why don't you be there so that you can make law that will benefit you and me, and not the ones that benefit only a few people. So the younger generations are the ones that will even vote too. Remember, you are the ones that they will use to carry ballot boxes. You are the one they will use to rig. But after rigging and getting into power, they appoint their older people to run the country. So Nigerian youth must get involved in politics, in our country's politics. That is when our country can have a way forward. Remember, even in life, age of retirement is 60 or 65. So how can someone that is 65, 70-year-old now running for the office when he's supposed to be retired? So I'm calling on the youth of Nigeria that we have abandoned our nation for too long. Every Nigerian, both home and abroad, especially even the ones abroad, it is time to get involved in the policy of our nation so that we can make Nigeria great again. Because no matter how you like it, no matter how you like abroad and abroad, and your country is your country, you will always be a second-class citizen in another nation but your country, Nigeria. If you are an American, they will call you Nigerian American. It is only in Nigerian they will call you a Nigerian with nothing attached to it. So whether you're in Nigeria, whether you're outside Nigeria, it is time for us to come together and fight for our nation and rescue it in 2027. I am ready to lead the rescue. I want you all to join me and let us rescue our country together. We don't have the money, we don't have the power, but I have the people. And if the people are ready to move, then there's nothing we cannot do. There is no mountain that we cannot defeat. So join me in 2027 as I'll be unfolding which party most importantly I'll be coming out from. But I can assure you, I'm running in 2027. And I remain Faduri Oluwadare Joseph aka Father Joe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. So you as a youth, what are your impacts in the country? Are you part of the people that just have an idea but just keep it to themselves without even trying to do anything about it? We can all make Nigeria great and a better nation. We can all develop a good future for us and the future generation. We can join political parties as youth and we can make a difference from inside. Let's all think about this and we'll meet again in another episode of Youth in Politics. It is your girl Temiloluwa Adeleke, popularly known as Temi Thames. Bye guys.